Please welcome the former WBO lightweight world champion, the former undisputed super lightweight world champion, and the current undefeated WBO welterweight champion of the world, introducing Terence Bud Crawford. Please welcome the renowned, current, undefeated, reigning and defending, unified WBC, WBA, and IBF welterweight champion of the world, introducing the truth, Errol Spence Jr.
Errol Spence Jr. had established himself as one of the most dominant welterweights of his era. A technical southpaw with elite pressure, power, and body punching, Spence unified the division by systematically breaking down top fighters.
Is accurate. Pinpoint leg wing shot, and Spence takes the canvas for the first time.
Despite his dominance, Spence faced serious setbacks, but he returned to stop Yordenis Ugas in 2022, proving he was still an elite force at 147 pounds.
Spence wants the knockout. Ugas is hurt. Ugas' face is swelling, and now Spence looking for the finish.
Terence Bud Crawford entered the fight as a three-division world champion and one of the most skilled fighters of his generation.
A win over Emmanuel Lardy in October of 2013. He's just one of a kind in terms of what he's been able to.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, when you talk about there's Spence going downstairs, we're going to see how that goes. And the other key thing here is early rounds, like Crawford tends to give away some early rounds. We'll see.
High output Crawford, yes, likes to 147. And again, against Spence, he is facing, as we mentioned, with one punch. But here's the pressure. Spence cornering Crawford. The jab, the shot to the body. There's a ring welterweight title and become the only man. More combinations except for Roman Gonzalez in the sport. He's very active, much more so than Crawford.
17 combination punches per round.
Second round, let's see if he lets his hands go a lot more.
Double jab, good combination. There's that hand speed and the combinations of
was able to take a lot from those shots from Crawford.
Overhand left curls behind the guard of Crawford, and then Spence.
Along with the movement, and we have both those things we talked about after round one.
Goes on. He starts fast, ends fast, and that pressure is everything.
Brilliant. I mean, doesn't do too much, but just left. And the precise pressure, it's right there.
The epitome of a textbook fighter. Errol Spence, there's a
throw those counter punches.
And Crawford is left in the second stanza. Left hand to the body by Spence. Explosive jab to the head and the body. And there's a combination that drops Errol Spence for the first time in his career. The lightning hand speed. 7, 8, Terence Bud Crawford, an electrifying combination that drops Errol Spence in round 2.
Crawford was able to land that straight left jab, which is fascinating.
Spence kind of overreached there with that, and Crawford saw the opportunity, and it was a quick 1-2.
With a hard combination.
And on no one's bingo card did they have
overhand left that landed on
another
Crawford.
one, and now Spence going to the body. But Crawford fighting back. Both of these guys are dogs in that ring. Crawford. So Spence looking to get back into this fight after hitting the deck. Midway point of the third, stab jab to the...
He gives Spence the advantage. Spence
fighting against the lefty for the first time in a long time.
Beautiful combination there by Spence, but the...
Spence takes that step back.
The jab by Crawford, and again that right hand, the speed, the difference in hand speed. Sharp, accurate jab.
up on up and down, okay? He gonna get careless, because he gonna come.
He and Manny Pacquiao had a mega fight back in 2015.
And we got a little bit of sense of that. He started off really good with the jab. Double, triple jab and
hand speed on display, the accuracy, the explosiveness. We're trying to lean in on Crawford.
And he's picked his spots, and when he's done it, it's been great.
Yeah, no doubt the pressure there is from Crawford. The openings.
The left hand and the left uppercut by Crawford. He's able to just...
The advice given to Spence.
Oh my goodness, a left hand that rattled Spence. Having his way with Errol Spence Jr., the jab, the left hand. Double jab, left hand by Spence.
And the advice given to Spence, you know, he's not turning, he's not
gets a palpable chip on his shoulder. He'll find critics, but none exist just to get that edge. And he continues to jolt Errol Spence with the jab left.
Oh, he's feeling really comfortable right now, Crawford.
Thought Spence might still be doing good work at this point, but
Crawford, who has already knocked down Errol Spence.
An excellent round for Crawford, using the jab so effectively and getting to Spence when Spence gets on the inside, using a lead left hand that lands perfectly.
Get the right hand of higher, you see the left hand. Forget about that and swing your feet.
And meanwhile, the countering accuracy of Terence Crawford is sublime.
Yeah, the accuracy, the speed right now.
It's astonishing that he's been able to be this effective this early in the fight.
From Omaha, Nebraska, he calls himself the professional.
He's got to land something that makes a difference in his fight.
Pressure enough to get Crawford off that rhythm that he's got going
right
now.
Hook and the right hand from Crawford. Every time Spence walks in, he's met with highly effective counters.
Every time Spence steps in, there's Crawford taking a side step.
With just over a minute left in the fifth, it is all Terence. He's landing a lot more.
Terence Crawford is landing 58% of his... That's a ridiculous percentage.
Against a fellow pound-for-pound stalwart, no less.
And here's right now. He's not
Spence
forgetting
trying to dig deep, though,
Redna.
digging to the body. You're right, Abner. And you... Oh, there's a left hand that lands on Crawford, but he eats it and continues the jab.
Using the jab very effectively, that left hand did get in for Spence.
Listen, walk down, don't give him the space. Make him feel you.
Again, the counter and the Spence backing up.
No, then it's the Crawford pressure right now that he's putting.
And Crawford avoiding.
Again, the reason why Crawford's jab is so effective and so hard is because
he started practicing more on his left, and he says his left became stronger
on his part, because it's what he does really well. And
he's got to get inside. He can't reach.
Oh my goodness, that jab
is right there that Crawford has.
You know, also had a power jab from southpaw. He's in attendance tonight. That being managing from Crawford.
You know who talked about that was Sean Porter. He said that when you thought you had...
Porter, who's always making life miserable for his opponents coming forward, feel uncomfortable. I think Errol Spence is beginning to feel the same way. Spence trying, coming back, going to the body, but then gets clipped with the left. Double jab. All Terence Bud Crawford looking to make history. Left uppercut on the inside that caught Spence on the jaw.
Now here's where Spence was working downstairs, trying to get to the body, trying desperately to make something offensive happen, and even landing a nice right hook. Crawford will counter as Spence moves forward.
Make sure you got room on the inside of the punch, okay? Let's go.
No decision. We will crown the first undisputed welterweight champion of the 4-belt era. To the face of Spence by Crawford, and Crawford's accuracy just backing up Spence with these punishing shots. Far hood, Errol, Spence down. Already big on the scorecards. Won the first round on his unofficial scorecard. But it's been and again, the counter! Just as Spence moving. And again, guys, he landed that left and boom.
But even when he lands a good punch, it's not hurting Crawford.
Not at all.
Remember, accuracy is power. The accuracy right now from Crawford is just phenomenal.
It's usually the one who's putting on the pressure, the one moving forward behind a steady jab.
Jabs, but only landed 28, so it has not been a weapon for him.
The body. Oh, the right hook! Spence goes down for the third time!
5, 6, 7, 8. Spence coming forward, and he gets countered with as beautiful a right uppercut as you can possibly imagine.
Terence "Bud" Crawford, thus far proving to be on a whole nother level. Ability to deliver punch after punch that lands. All of these shots are landing. Scent of his power shots in this fight. That jab continues to pop. Spence's head back, the right hook.
And Crawford himself landing, oh my.
Under counter right hand.
I mean, and they're power jabs, they're not just jabs.
And there's a right hand left by Spence.
Yeah, powerful jab by Crawford.
And those punches, all Terence "Bud" Crawford.
Well, Spence in a posture he's not used to, backing up against the ropes, trying to move and stay away from a fighter that is attacking him.
One at a time on the inside. If that's how you get from the side, don't get lax. Step behind him with the jab.
And backing up, again, the pressure being put on by Crawford.
He's got to make sense of this fight right now. He's been hurt.
And the intriguing thing is Crawford, who loves to counterpunch so well.
A huge 7th round for ever since.
And this is why no welterweight that has faced Terence Crawford has ended up going the distance.
Well, in fact, his last behind Artur Beterbiev.
Yeah.
Oh, he's opening up something right now.
I mean, the way Spence reacts to being hit by the jab is incredible.
This fight is very close to being
Throw that uppercut.
Final minute of the 9th. Spence desperately trying to land something of consequence. Meanwhile, the countering uppercut. And the counter right hook. The left, the right. Errol Spence on inline skates. And the referee has intervened. Mamma mia! Terence "Bud" Crawford has made history.
Spence was attacking and even landing a nice left hand, but he got countered when he threw the left, and that right hook hurt him badly. And then Crawford, with a 3-punch combination, it was, pretty extraordinary, ripping the right hook. That right hook became a weapon in this fight that was unstoppable for Spence and Harvey Dock.
Errol Spence, he's a tremendous talent. He got a great jab, and we was worried about the jab coming in because that's how he set up all his shots off the jab, and so our main focus was the jab. You take away his best attribute, and then, the rest is history.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated. And now, the undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Terence